Welcome back to this Mountain Dwarf Delver of Makhleb. Last we left off, we cleared from D5 upwards to 1. Excuse me. And then 1 down to here on D9. We're almost about to cap off our Makhleb. We had a temple pretty much immediately upon spawning our Delver character. So we were able to really rev up that early game piety, and in addition we got a hermit's pendant, which locked in an early game faith amulet and invo at 14. So that was good. We've been struggling. We got a really cool chainmail. I mean, it's the dex part is less relevant to us as a kind of strength based character, but it certainly doesn't hurt. But more so, it's cool because it's a +7 chainmail. Which is insane. Of course, we're a mountain dwarf, so we can cast spells easier with encumbrance. That being said, we haven't really pushed that angle quite yet beyond some basic translocation stuff. Yeah, we're about to get our brand of injury from Makhleb. That will be cool to get. And our weaknesses so far have been our weapons. We only just, like, within a few turns ago, got this battle axe, and just before that we upgraded our baseline trident and baseline hand axe to this kind of slightly better than baseline set of weapons as well. So we're really hoping so we can find some like solid mid game weaponry. I'm not usually a fan of battle axes in particular, so I'm using it for a lack of a better set of options, but who's this? We're hoping maybe we can upgrade from this point on. Another little quirk of this specific gameplay has been that we've gotten an incredible number of identify scrolls, such that we've constantly kept up with every single bit of knowledge of scrolls and potions that we've had, in addition to having a Delver start, which you start off with a number of valuable scrolls, like Haste and I think Revelation, which is cool. If you can get by the whole Delver aspect of being like super risky, almost likely gonna die for the next escape levels, upwards back to 1, you start off with like an unusually powerful set of escapables with your evocations, or not with your evocations, with your scrolls and such. Although I will say you do start off with some digging, which is not always a guarantee. Even a whole game, you might not get any digging. So that's also very cool. I tend to not really use much digging in early game because I like to make sure I have it available for me for cleaning up my runbacks in Zot. But, you never know when it's going to be handy. And look at this. We speak of the devil. We got a little bit more digging, so a little bit more flexibility if it comes to it. Let's try to kill this guy a little bit before we engage. Cool. Are we out of... We've just been really bad at maintaining our poison dart supply. Okay. Yeah. D11. Ooh, this is not ideal. We've got a lot of action here. I'm going to summon a servant. Hopefully he helps me along here. Cool. Cloak of Poison res. Nice. Cool. We needed poison res. And it's +1, I think, right? Yeah. Wow. Very nice. Okay, let's throw to get here. Remember, we are Makhleb. We can use some Unleash Destruction. That being said, I'd like to avoid it if I can. Any unnecessary uses. simply because I would love to very quickly get my Makhleb brand. It's a very powerful inflection point, and using piety up can make it delay that point of time. Robe of Cold, no thanks. Of course, you always want to play it safe. Don't do anything that would kill you. You know, like in that, use your piety if it's going to keep you alive, but if you can avoid it, use like other things to kill the things that are in your way so that you can get that capped off piety. Was that it? What was that flash? Oh, there was a long sword of distortion. Okay. So I guess I found my way into D12. Sometimes I'll stop at D11. But I guess I didn't. Nothing really here in this store, unfortunately. Ooh, okay, so this we're going to back away from. This is a specialty trove, or in-level vault, maybe is the word that they use. A lot of danger. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to do much more on this floor. What happened here? Something... Oh, okay. I might try to pick off a few things before here. Before going into Lair. Let's pull back a little. Okay, I'm going to summon a servant. Have him probably... Oh, nope. Okay, just going to run. Skeletons are very scary. Okay, so I'm just going to jump into Lair. I don't have a... Well, I guess technically my trident is an option for Hydras, but I don't have a hard solution for Hydras quite yet. So that's going to be something we'll have to watch out for. Our axes is... Oh, wrong one. Okay. I was going to say our MDDe is going well. We're not... You know, with a battle axe, you have to be 20 and 8 instead of 18, which is a broad axe. So it's going to take a little bit longer to hit that point. We've got some rings that can help out with some defenses. I suppose I might swap the evasion for protection if it was to drop, so I'll leave that for pickups. And I don't think I'll use that int. Not really into the spell casting mood just yet. Cool, protection from cold. I might throw on the anti-magic for this one. Let me just shut this guy down. Okay. +2 hat. I think that's technically better for now than... Yeah, it's one pip or one AC better than just a flat helmet. So put that on. It's carrying up our orange theme for a little bit at least. Phantom Mirror, always good to see. Of course, our Hermit Pendant is capping our evocation, but that's fine. I don't even train evocation that much, and I still use things like the mirror on occasion, so that's not a huge deal. It's more so something we'll have to keep in track, the invocation part of it. We are a +3 species for invocation, so eventually if we find a better neck, I'll swap out, relearn my invocation and deal with the lost piety. We have gotten our mark, our injury mark. I don't have great familiarity with this. This is fairly new to me, so let's take a look. So I'm going to describe what G is. Okay, When you fall below 50% of your maximum HP, you perform Infernal Rite, unleashing a flurry of blood arrows aimed at nearby enemies. One arrow for every valid target, but may fire additional if present. Invocation increases the damage of these arrows, and Makhleb will always bestow healing upon you for enemies killed by them. Okay, that's cool. Of course, the invocation level, it will have to, if 14 is good enough for that, it is, but if it's not, then we'll have to eventually break apart that hermit thing. When you kill enemies, they have a small chance to explode in a violent rain of gore, which damages adjacent foes proportional to the victim's max health. Enemies who die to this explosion will always explode themselves. There is no mention of it not affecting me, so I think that might be more of like a ranged, like caster trying to kill me, Makhleb. So I'm afraid of that one. Infernal Servant is replaced with Legion, a small army of demons over time. Individually short-lived. Okay, so it sounds like the individual demons are short-lived, but they just constantly spawn while I've cast the thing. So the question is G is useless if I never drop below 50% health. So it does nothing. Legion is useless if I'm not constantly casting my Infernal Servant stuff. I have a Faith Amulet, so I can cast it a lot. So as long as I actively cast that, Legion is good. And I'm very scared of Hemoclasm. I think that's Hemoclasm. I think it's supposed to be related to like hemoglobin or something. I don't know. Or, Hemo, like the rogue ability in what World of Warcraft. I don't know. But it doesn't tell me that I won't be affected by the explosions. Otherwise, this would be cool because I'm just shredding people and then they're exploding. But if I'm an axe-based character, they're exploding on me. Now, the wording is confusing to me because it says when you kill enemies, so the word is enemies, they have a small chance to explode in a violent rain of gore, which damages adjacent foes proportional to the victim's maximum health. So the victim is the thing that died, and those victims can only be my enemies. Okay, that makes sense. But what do they mean by adjacent foes? Is it the foe of me or the foe of the thing that's died? Because if it only damages adjacent foes of me, then I can't be hit by it. And then therefore this would be my best one. I'm going to look this up. I'm going to use my phone. Sorry if I'm, I'd rather keep your screen consistent than me mess with it. So I'm going to do mark of Hemoclasm. Okay, I'm reading a comment on the Dungeon Crawl subreddit. His name's Quasar471, 3 months ago, as of this recording. It's the best mark, tied with Fnatic for me. Doesn't require invo at all. Super powerful crowd control mechanic that acts as an exclamation immo that doesn't hurt you. I used it as okay, I'm going to trust Quasar. I'm going to go with Hemo. If it doesn't hurt me, it doesn't hurt me. And because it doesn't use Invo, I can probably stick with my necklace for a little bit longer than maybe I was originally. Cool. All right. Good to know. Like I said, I don't really know this that well. Okay, it didn't hurt me, and that looked pretty cool. It's like a blood explosion. Cool. Ringmail, Rampage, Silence, Blink, Strength. Not for me. Okay, we've imported. I'm just gonna Infernal, or maybe I'll just Unleash Destruction. I can use my piety pretty heavily now. I've already hit my cap. It's not like I'm afraid now of needing to get to my piety points. Scarf of Shadows, nope. Ooh, Heavy Broadaxe. Let's take a look. It is 49 at 1.1 versus 35 at 0.8. It will let me use the shield. 49, was it 38, 35, 49? Basically, you know, I think I'm already switching to that, even though I don't have a shield. I think that's just better damage. And also, I will be at the cap sooner. Or not cap, but I'll be at my min delay sooner. And of course, this is a min delay for a heavy weapon, so there's room to improve in that manner. If I get a better, like I could brand it, I can do a bunch of stuff. Let's learn these potions. Cool. Still no Hydra solution, but that's fine for now. So we're gonna have Spider, which should be good with this Hemo thing. That's crazy we got that much poison when I have an anti-poison cloak on. Cool. I'm pretty tempted to enchant this cloak because you aren't likely to get a better cloak than this, at least for now. It's tough to use your enchants as a mountain dwarf because it's like, oh, I really just want to save that for the cool artifact that's certainly coming to me, and it's like, well, what if you don't actually get one? Woo, look at that. So I saw the Snorg or whatever, a snot. So that means there's some, there's a gauntlet on this floor. It's distant. I'm going to try to go to the different down here. Here's a shield. I'll start training shields. I'll probably start up my armor as well. Very distant drums. Maybe it's north, because it was equally distant before. I don't care for this positive energy. Hopefully we get an alert soon. Here it is. Yep, as suspected, it was up in the north. What do we have here? I see a helmet already. I have an amulet. I'm not gonna like force the amulet if that's not the natural choice, because I do have a nice amulet, but it looks like I can go north. It's one of these ones you can choose each individual pattern. I don't want anything on the south one, so top. There's a potion on this bottom one, money on this one. So I think I'll go top, bottom, top, unless I want those boots. Maybe I go for the boots. Anyways, I'll definitely be able to do all this, so All good. What helmet? Hey, Will. Cool. I'd rather have Will than an extra one, I guess, defense AC. And this is a Randart, so as a Mountain Dwarf, I can actually enchant this helmet up. So here's an example. Z, Z, and now I have a +2 helmet of plus will. So that's your Mountain Dwarf in action. Oh, look at that. Little chain of blood. Potion of magic. Okay, so here's an actual decision. First off, these two actually hard. There's a death scarab and a cacodemon. Mutation potion and a neck, which theoretically could be something better than my hermit, versus some sort of boots. They are boots of something for sure, so they will theoretically be better than this pair of boots. And I have no complaints with my Hermit's Pendant per se. For all I know, it's some sort of weird, like, magic, regeneration necklace of junk, of int. Whereas the boots will be something that's better. So I think, as tempting as it is to go for a Randart, I'd rather just get these boots in order. Of rampaging. Okay, I think rampaging is good for me today. I'm going to drop the hat, put those on, drop the other boots. Staff of Elk, no, that's fine. Okay, so now it's just our Minotaur. I'll open from the side. Hopefully comes out. I'll summon a helper just to make it happen. Nothing to pick up from the character itself. And Hive Tally. So that turns you into a bee. That's not for us today, though. So unfortunately, all we got in this was a... what did I get? It was a magic potion and the boots of Rampage. Hey, it is what it is. We did it. We got some XP. That's fine. I should probably start doing ranged attacks simply to start blood explosions from ranged. Like, I imagine slime is pretty jokes now with this injury brand. Although, to be honest, anything that kills anything like that is probably jokes. So that's basically the whole game, unless you're fighting a one-on-one where this thing doesn't really affect anything. Of the three I could choose, the only one that could affect on a one-on-one would be the summoning of the servants version. So we've just about hit our axis cap, so I'll slim it down a little to weight it towards other things. Okay, layer 5. We got some gloves. I only have base gloves, so this can be only good. Okay, +2 AC. We'll take. Ring of Wiz, not today. I guess we have Rampage now, so there's less time in a casual setting to be interacting at a distance, which I don't know. Good or for bad. Rampage is its own little beast. Sometimes it's like awesome, and sometimes it's like a negative. I don't know. Just depends. I'm gonna back away here. See, this little explosion game is a little pretty darn awesome. We don't have any poison anymore. Do we have any fire? No. I'll have to manually get in there. I guess the Rampage helps if we can line it up, because we just kind of zoom in. We got some sheep. Oh, you know what'd be cool is like being like an Olgrib's caster plus this brand. Because you kill things just the regular way, and then they also explode and explode. It's just like a way to hit everything all at once, all on the same screen, and then also they all explode. It's pretty crazy. I suppose, I mean, we don't have plus a great poison aptitude, but technically this character could do something like that. I guess. Or something like flame related, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like an airstrike. I mean, we're not going to be training that, but there is some edge cases to think about. Cool. So Lair's done. I guess we can jump back into that D11. I don't think I have Orc. Yeah, Orc's D12, and D12 is the one. Like, here's our Orc, but also D12 is this one that had the vault to work around. We'll try to clear this out first here. Infernal Servant, back away. Hopefully we're okay here. It costs health to summon, so I don't want to necessarily... I was hoping my... let's see. Let's root him. I can maybe unleash on him. Yeah, okay. So he's dealt with. I'll reset. You know, this guy will die. Just... we're a little more powerful than him. What kind of axe, though? Broad axe. Okay, just worse. Use the corner. I'll double the corner up just to really clean it up. Cool. Another Phantom Mirror. Let's double up that corner. Really tighten up the kiting or the leashing. Okay. This is some sort of evocation themed in-level vault. Every corner had a different evocation option, which is cool. We're zeroed out evocation until we get rid of this necklace, but that's okay. So I do want to go into Orc next. We've only got like a minute left on this episode, so I'll probably call it here on a clean exit. So far, so good with this Mountain Dwarf Delver of Makhleb. We got this cool brand going on, this mark. So far, so good. We had to parse that wording a little bit better and then consult the internet to confirm our theory that when they mean by adjacent foes, it's not their foes, it's me as a character's foes, which is cool. So this is really cool. What is this? Your unleashed destruction is empowered by Cocytus or Coctus. You are able to hurl bolts of ice instead of fire, and your bolts of cold. Is there like a theme to our unleashed destruction now? I didn't know it assigned one of the four. Interesting. I didn't know that there was like a weighting to it. That's cool. Anyway, yeah, so we finally capped off our Makhleb, got our brand applied, or whatever you want to call it, injury, whatever. Yeah, we're just kind of cleared through. Items are okay. We finally got a shield and broadaxe combo. Perhaps I even started chanting that up. I'll probably wait till Orc is done because there might be some better broadaxes, or there might be a store that has some sort of Randart broadaxe or something. Yeah, cool. Oh yeah, and we did a gauntlet, which was good. Nothing crazy in it, but it is what it is. So anyway, we just passed our 30-minute mark. Thanks for watching, and check out next episode where we carry on in Orc.